know before this morning's report. Our job market remains historically strong.
President Biden meeting with business leaders at this hour, including the CEOs of Bank of America and Marriott, while urging Congress to pass a new spending bill that includes climate provisions, an effort to cut prescription drug costs, and a corporate tax hike.
You're going to spend more dollars chasing the same goods with fewer jobs and lower income in the long run, all during a recession.
House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy. A lengthy phone call today between President Biden and China's president, part of the White House effort to responsibly manage differences and deepen lines of communication.
In a summary of the more than 2-hour conversation, the White House says the two leaders discussed climate change and health security. And President Biden underscored the U.S. policy on Taiwan has not changed. The call summary does not specifically mention tariffs. President Biden is considering easing some tariffs on Chinese products to help bring down prices.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. China says it's a misjudgment of relations and misinterpretation of China's development for the U.S. to regard China as the most important opponent. On Taiwan, China's warning the U.S. about playing with fire and emphasizing it firmly opposes any independence efforts. Rooftop rescues in Kentucky under a state of emergency from deadly flooding.
It's just not letting up as emergency workers try to rush into this area. More than 8 to 9 inches of rain has fallen here within the past 24 hours or so. That has sent water just rushing down the hills and hollows here of this part of eastern Kentucky.
Fox Weather's Will Nunley in Hazard. That flooding blamed for at least 3 deaths. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Adding to the bill, 88 and sunny downtown with clear skies. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:02. They'll give it one more try. On the abortion ban bill, Senate Democrats will be offering up their amendments again today, now that the bill gets a second reading.
We are offering our amendments again to provide robust support and aid for women.
State Senator Shelley Yoder. Senator Greg Taylor.
And we'll be doing everything in our power to provide as much help to women as possible as we enter these very dark times.
Both say they also want to show what they call hypocrisy by Senate Republicans. Only 2 Democratic amendments were heard in committee. A teenager is seriously hurt after being shot at a convenience store on the northwest side of Indianapolis this morning. IMPD Night Watch Commander Kerry Buckner says police can't solve crimes like these alone.
We're just trying to keep up at this point. We really need the public to step in and help us out with the violence.
They believe someone in an SUV shot the teenager and drove off. If you have any information, call IMPD or Crime Stoppers. A bomb left a crater in the median and damaged a bridge and speedway. Now a father is joining his son in federal prison for building the bomb for his birthday. Wayne Turner made the bomb at his apartment in 2019 before he and his son threw it from a bridge onto 16th Street on the south side of IMS. They were caught by police. Turner and his son were each sentenced to nearly 4 years. Officer Ella French was 20 when she died last year, shot on the south side of Chicago. Chris Davis reports one of the people responsible is from Indiana and likely going to prison.
The sound from Chicago Dispatch the night that Officer French was killed on the south side.
I got an officer down, 10-1, 10-1, 6-3 in Bell. Officer down, shots fired at the police.
Jamel Danzy of Hammond has admitted that he made the straw purchase, or purchased a gun for somebody he knew he wasn't supposed to have it. He bought it from a licensed dealer in Hammond, Indiana, and then took it to Chicago, where brothers Eric and Imonte Morgan used it in the killing, say police. He could get up to 1 year and 4 months in prison when he's sentenced in October. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:04.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet and security for just $60 a month when you add mobile and save $480 your first year. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and autopay. New Comcast Business 250 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Must add mobile within 90 days of internet install and keep all services for 12 months to receive discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
With traffic on the 5s at 3:05, here's Matt Baer.
All right, Harrison, eastbound 465, stop and go traffic on the northeast side from Keystone Avenue over to Allisonville Road. On the east side, southbound 465, loaded from 70 down to South Shadeland. Traffic sponsored by Fresh Time Market. It's Fresh Time Market's summer vitamins and body care sale. Save 30% on over 5,000 wellness products now through August 2nd. Get real. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
The forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Expect to see an isolated shower heading through this afternoon. High temperatures today topping out in the mid to upper 80s. Later on tonight, lows mid 60s. And then we have a nice day come Friday. Highs near 80 with a partly sunny sky. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 Stephanie Mead for 93 WIBC.
Sunny and 88 on Monument Circle. I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
On 93 WIBC.
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. So far, over 60 amendments on the Indiana Senate Bill 1, SB 1, the abortion ban. You know, state senators started the session this week. They're on the abortion thing while the House is working on the tax refund thing. It all kind of seems like a big mess. They're switching next week. They're kind of crisscross next week. And it all kind of seems like nobody likes anything they're seeing right now in the House or the Senate in terms of a Senate bill, even the tax bill, even the rebate.
We told you all week long that nobody liked this bill. Republicans didn't like it. Democrats didn't like it. And if you didn't believe us, 60-plus amendments have been added to Senate Bill 1. 60. That's an incredibly large number.
It's like some Republicans didn't like it because it didn't go far enough. Other Republicans didn't like it because it was too strict. Obviously, Democrats don't like anything about it. And then there were some problems with the $1 billion, which is what I'm really concerned with. The $1 billion, more money in my pocket that we were supposed to get because of inflation and gas prices. And so they're having trouble with that as well.
It's a mess. It would have been nice to have a little extra time. Maybe if they could have got together a little bit earlier, like they were supposed to, they would have given themselves more time on the back end. That could have helped, but at this point, Nige, I don't know if they would have had 2 months if this would have helped.
They got to wrap it up, I think, by the middle of August. Like, it can't go past a certain date in August, like the 14th, I believe.
So it's a hot mess. Nobody wants to cave. The House hasn't even had a chance to play with the abortion bill yet. So if you're somebody that's betting, and you know me, I'm a betting man, the smart money right now is on nothing gets accomplished with the abortion bill.
Really? Nothing?
Nothing.
Just push it off until next year, until another session hits at the beginning next year in January. Really? Is that where your money's at? You're a gambling
I'm putting
man.
it on the table right
now. Whoa. I can't believe it.
It's a combination of the fact that I have such little faith in the people that are in charge of this state to get anything done, and it's a mess. It's a mess. There are so many phony conservatives that are the first ones to say, we are pro-life. And then when that leaked memo came out from the Supreme Court, they were the first ones to go, oh, crap. Now we have to prove that we're pro-life.
No, it's, oh, crap, we have to do our job.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Exactly right. So if anything changes, I know they're caucusing, they're debating, we will certainly let you know. But right now, it is a hot mess.
We had House Representative Jim Lucas on a couple of days ago. I flat out asked him, do you think the final version of this bill will look anything like it does in the Senate right now? He flat out said no. And it was a hard no. So, I mean, that's any indication of what the House is thinking and what's going on. I mean, he didn't really give us any insight into what they were discussing in the House, but Wow, throwing down some hardcore cash that we're not going to see any changes until early next year. Give them a little more time for it to marinate.
Speaking of things that are a hot mess, let's talk about the economy. The GDP numbers are out. Are you down with GDP? The economy shrank by 0.9% this past quarter.
That's a second straight quarter, isn't it?
Second straight quarter that was in the negative, which if you go by every other time that this has happened in American history, that would tell you this is a recession. So for those of you scoring at home, or maybe if you're just by yourself, Biden inherited a pretty strong economy. Take the COVID situation out of the play for just a moment. Even in 2021, economy was on the rise. It was bouncing back from COVID. Things were pretty good. In 1 year, the everlasting job stopper himself, Joe Biden, has cratered this economy, and we are officially in a recession. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden.
Both Chairman Powell and many of the significant banking personnel and economists say we're not in a recession.
Oh, well, if Joe Biden tells me that, then I'm just going to have to believe Joe Biden.
Just look at all the new jobs I created this year. 2.7 million jobs created this year. And they never talk about how those jobs, technically, probably the word is recovered, not created, seeing as how they were there before the pandemic, and they still haven't caught up to February 2020 levels yet.
And wages. We'll get to wages here in just a moment. Here is Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary.
We're seeing, what we're seeing is that we are in a transition. We had this strong economic growth because of the work that this president has done in the past 18 months. And now what we're seeing is a transition into stable and steady growth.
Oh, it's stable and steady, and it's growth.
Here's the transition. I'm going to tell you about the transition, Karine. Do we have to say it like Pepe Le Pew every time we say her name?
Karine Jean-Pierre.
Here's the transition. The real transition, is the way I see it, is Americans' paychecks going down, money transitioning out of their savings and into inflated energy and food prices. That's the transition. More money out of your wallet and into the inflation tornado.
To say that we're experiencing growth right now, like, come on. I get that your job is to polish the turds that the administration puts out there, but you can't tell us that we're experiencing growth right now. Hey, do you want to hear from a dumb guy?
Kyle, turn your microphone on.
That's shots fired. TK Dub. I was speaking about Biden's economic advisor, this Deese clown. Good Lord, this guy's a zero.
As you know, we've seen on the wages side, wages are continuing to be solid.
Wages are down, dummy. Wages are down. They're not solid. Wages are down.
Just by virtue of the fact that inflation's through the roof, they're down. I mean, what good is a 5% wage gain if, inflation's 9.1%?
Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. I feel like we need Frank Drebin with the fireworks stand exploding behind him. Yeah. If you look at the numbers, right, take all of our sarcasm out of the equation here. If you just look at the report and if you just look at the numbers, Bidenflation is costing families an extra $493 a month year over year.
Wow. That's a monster number.
From inflation to everything else, $493 a month extra. Now, this is CNN's business correspondent. This is not Fox. This is not Newsmax. This is CNN's Raheel Solomon.
For right now, Americans who are dealing with higher borrowing costs as the Fed tries to tame inflation, they're continuing with inflation. So I want to point out, let's say you're carrying a credit card balance of about $5,000, which Bankrate tells me is about the average right now. If your interest rate, if your APR is about 17.25% and it goes up 0.75% to 18, if you're carrying that $5,000 balance and you make the minimum payments, it now takes you 6 months longer to pay that off, and it adds about $300 to your balance. So for the right now of it all, people who are more paycheck to paycheck, people who are not seeing their budget stretch, it still hurts.
It hurts paycheck to paycheck.
Boy, if you get a $5,000 balance and you're just paying the minimum, you ain't never paying that thing off.
No.
Especially with the numbers that you're talking about here.
And that wasn't all from CNN. This is CNN's economist Matt Egan.
What we do know is that Americans hate this economy, right? The CNN poll out recently found that 64% of Americans believe the U.S. economy is currently in a recession. Now, that may not be the case, but that's what people feel. And that
Don't tell me how to feel.
Exactly. But that is because of the high cost of living. People haven't experienced like this, anything like this, many of us in our lifetimes, and they're feeling it at the gas station, the grocery store, at the mall. And until that improves, people are still going to dislike this economy.
That's CNN saying that Americans hate Joe Biden's economy.
Is he talking about I mean, I wonder if that's the same poll, the CNN poll that said 75% of Democrats don't want Biden to run again?
Correct.
Is that part of the same poll, I wonder?
If the options are literally anybody else, Ronald McDonald, Grimace, I don't care who, anybody else or Joe Biden, it's 75% anybody else right now. Here is American treasurer, Senator John Kennedy from Louisiana.
The position of the administration is that the definition of a recession is whatever is in the teleprompter. And this farcical spectacle is kind of embarrassing. Most Americans don't really care about this debate or how many economists can dance on the head of a pin. What they see is a slowing economy and rising prices. It's called classic stagflation. President Biden refuses to acknowledge it. He says, yes, but unemployment is low. Unemployment is low. Well, there's a reason for that. People aren't working. You don't look at the unemployment number, you look at the labor force participation rate. And we've had a lot of people retire, and we had a lot of people who refuse to go back to work, and they're now riding in the wagon, and everybody else has got to pull the wagon, and the bottom line is the economy sucks.
The bottom line is the economy sucks.
You could have just hit that 3-second clip right there. I love it when Kennedy gives out definitions. Remember he was talking about the definition between the differences between a boy and a girl?
Yeah.
Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina. That's one of my favorite clips from Kennedy. He's the best.
Matt Bear has a look at the roads.
Eastbound 465 stop and go. Keystone Avenue past Allisonville Road. Inbound 65 jams up at 21st Street to the north split, and eastbound 70 bargain down from Harding Street to Meridian, Illinois. And on the east side, southbound 465 slow in pockets 70 down to Arlington. Traffic sponsored by Armor Air. Armor Air is more than a heating and cooling company. They cover it all. Their service fee is only $29. ArmorAir.com. Day or night, they do what's right. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Coming up here in just about 10-15 minutes, Brian Baker, Naptown Bry, will join us. We'll get his thoughts on the economy. Writer, producer, host here at 93 WIBC. It's 88 right now at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Coming up next, the unspoken rules on neighbor etiquette. Are you a good neighbor? Do you know a bad neighbor? We're going to break these down next.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for plenty of advice and fun. Brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and foundation. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Hi, it's Bob from Royal Spa. Soaking in a hot tub full of Epsom salts is the absolute best way to minimize everyday aches and pains. And we know all about Epsom salts at Royal Spa. Royal Spa hot tubs are the only hot tubs on the market that can safely and effectively use Epsom salts. Made right here in Indiana, Royal Spa hot tubs are the highest quality hot tubs on the market. Visit any one of our 3 Indianapolis locations or visit royalspa.com.
Ah, Royal Spa. Why did Mayo Clinic choose Hancock Health as a member of its select Mayo Clinic Care Network? It might have been the fact that we have one of the nation's safest hospitals. It could have been our high patient satisfaction scores. It's somewhat less likely that it was our cafeteria's Sushi Thursdays, but we doubt if that hurt anything. See what Hancock Health's new clinical collaboration with Mayo Clinic means for you at hancockregional.org/Mayo Clinic.
8 years ago, we started climbing mountains to raise dollars and awareness for children battling cancer. Over the years, we've summited some amazing peaks, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars for our partners. On August 13th, we head down to South America for our biggest climb yet. Chimborazo is over 20,000 feet tall, and we are climbing it to raise money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Learn more about our climbs and make a donation today by visiting keepclimbingfoundation.org.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-857-5656. That's 800-857-5656.
Furniture Installers of Indiana can handle your office furniture needs no matter how large or how small. They've been doing it for over 30 years. Bring professional furniture solutions to your home or commercial office space. Learn more at FurnitureInstallers.us.
When the weather turns severe, turn to the WIBC Storm Desk, presented by Technology Recyclers. Securely destroy electronic data. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
Look at this graph.
One of the great social media viral videos of all time.
He just holds up a picture of a graph in the video.
And they stretch out the audio.
Look at this graph. Oh, man, my name is Nigel. Hammer's here. I've got a list of 10 unspoken rules on neighbor etiquette. You get along with your neighbors, Hammer?
I do now.
What's that mean?
Well, there was one neighbor that was to the side of me that has had a little legal stuff going on, and he's no longer there. It was always nice to me, but there was some drama.
So, but there's no, because like me and my neighbors are like over the weekend, we just kind of an impromptu get together, driveway drinks, kids are playing.
See, like you and your neighbors are like a TV show. Like the way the TV neighbors are supposed to act.
Right.
Mine had a high-profile Twitter feud with Donald Trump.
You score points on your end for that. But these are the 10 unspoken rules on neighbor etiquette. Number 1, don't steal your neighbor's packages and mail. Of course, duh.
Do we have to actually say that out loud?
In fact, I do the opposite. When my neighbors are on vacation, I pick up their stuff and take them in, and either take them inside their garage or my garage and just set them in there. I've got the neighbors. I've got their code. I've got the codes, and my next door neighbor's got a way better beer fridge than I do.
Oh, okay. So you don't steal their mail, but you still steal their beer.
It's the price you pay for me taking out your trash when you're gone. I'll pop open that little freezer and see if there's a Fireball Mini in there. Just treat myself. Okay, number 2, if you're parking on the street, try to leave room for others. Also, don't take others' designated spots or block their driveways.
Yeah, you block the driveway, you're an a-hole. Like, I think that's pretty much, par for the course right there.
It sucks because, like, on our court, the street is a little bit more narrow than a regular street in the neighborhood. Like, so if, like, I'm backing out of my driveway and somebody's parked on the opposite end, my neighbors across the street, it's still hard for me to kind of reverse out because it's still it's not blocking the driveway, but because the street is so narrow, it's almost so if they're having a party or something, he'll be nice enough to tell people not to park directly behind my driveway.
Okay.
Even though they're technically not blocking it.
Okay.
Give your neighbors a heads up when you're having a party and keep the noise down if it goes late. Yeah, I never did that.
Now, To be fair, when I have my big 4th of July extravaganza, everybody in the neighborhood knows, and a lot of people come over and watch. They bring over beers and they bring over hot dogs and foods, and it's kind of like a little block party.
Yeah, I got dinged. My first house, we were having a huge party, and like in the early 2000s, and I was blasting my amplifier, my guitar, Back in Black at 3:30 in the morning out the top window.
Random Wednesday night, probably.
Yeah, random Wednesday. That guy knocked on my door the next day. He was cool. He's like, yeah, listen, I'm all for parties and stuff, but Back in Black on the guitar at 3:30 in the morning is a little much. So I'm like, I apologize. It will never happen again. Number 4. We on number 4 here? Yeah, number 4. Pick up after your pets and make sure their waste gets in your trash.
If your dog poops, pick it up.
Our neighbors are really good about that, the ones that have dogs. Be mindful of how loud your vehicle is. Okay.
Now this could be a problem. Southsiders, this is where we come into the conversation. If you've
Southside problem?
If you've got your loud booming system, or you have made your car not necessarily street legal and it's loud and there's no muffler,
the muffler. Yeah.
Then do everybody a favor and please drive into White River.
I still don't get the muffler thing.
I don't either.
I'm not sure I understand what the appeal is there.
Like Frank the Tank revving up the engine in the front lawn of Old School.
Yeah.
It's not exactly street legal. Keep it on the down low.
And they scare the crap out of me every time they speed by me at 80 miles an hour on 65. Like, and they're driving. It's like it's a Kia. It's like it's like one of those tiny little small cars. Let's see what else. Be mindful of how loud your dogs are.
Okay,
that's a good one. Yeah, I used to have neighbors let their dogs out really early, and they just barked like 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, come on. Never really said anything though. Let's see if you number 7. These are 10 unspoken rules on neighbor etiquette. If you have really close neighbors who suffer from allergies or respiratory issues, then let them know if you're mowing or grilling so they can close their windows.
This is bullcrap because nobody has more allergies than the Hammer House, and we do all of these things. We grill, we mow, we do all that kind of stuff. So I don't want to hear any crybaby bullcrap.
The allergies are bad. I've seen people in our neighborhoods mow with a mask on. And not because of COVID, it's because of their allergies and how bad the grass and the dust kick up. You don't do that?
Do I look like the kind of guy that mows his grass with a mask on?
You look like the kind of guy that mows his grass in boxers and white tube socks and flip-flops.
Shirtless.
And shirtless. Sorry, forgot about that. Don't peek over your neighbor's privacy fence. I don't know why you do that anyway. And let's see, one more. Keep your cats indoors.
Yes. All things that should be common sense, but as we know, not all people have common sense.
What if you have outdoor cats? I used to have. I lived in the woods, though. I didn't really have much neighbors. We had an outdoor cat. It never came in.
So your outdoor cat's going to go around and just screw all the other outdoor cats. Now you've got a whole group of cats. I don't know what it's called. Is it a group of cats called a clouder? You've got a freaking clouder at your house.
I've never heard that before.
I believe that's what it's called. And it's all because of you. You don't want to fix the cats. Come on, Nige. All right, Brian Baker, Naptown Bride, talking economy stuff. We're going to get into the weeds here. Follow us. That's coming up next. This is the Hammer and Nigel show.
It's a group of cats. It's called a pride.
That's a group of lions.
I don't know. It says cats on Google. I just Googled it. That's all I do is Google.
Let's see if Brian Baker knows.
Okay. Hey, Indiana, the PGA Tour is heading into the final stretch. The race for that FedEx Cup. The best place to tee off is FanDuel Sportsbook. And right now, new customers, you get $150 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. All you got to do to join is sign up with my promo code WIBC. Download that app. Use my promo code WIBC. And, FanDuel is an official sports betting partner of the PGA Tour. And they got all your favorite bets. Tournament winners, top 25 finishes, match betting, so much more. And you can combine your PGA Tour bets for an even bigger payday. The Rocket Mortgage Classic going on right now. Tony Finau is maybe one of the favorites to win, coming off a win last week. So if you haven't tried FanDuel, now is the perfect time to give it a shot. Just join with promo code WIBC. Turn a $5 bet into $150 in free bets, win or lose, exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 plus in Indiana. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Hello, Indianapolis. Looking to save money on your wireless bill? You can when you choose Consumer Cellular. Sign up today and you'll get the exact same coverage as the leading carriers for half the cost. This gives you direct access to the widest, most established cellular networks available. Consumer Cellular offers flexible monthly plans with no contract and simple, affordable service that's perfect for your lifestyle and budget. Featuring a wide variety of top-of-the-line phones from Samsung, Motorola, and Apple, you'll find a phone that's perfect for you. Everything is backed by a 100% risk-free guarantee, plus 100% U.S.-based award-winning customer support. Switch your talk, text, and data today and save up to $250 a year. Right-size your plan and downsize your bill with Consumer Cellular. Visit consumercellular.com/Indianapolis to start seeing the savings today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Gun violence in Indy, and a teenager is the victim. Sunny and 88 downtown with a clear radar. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:31. A teenager shot this morning on the northwest side. John Herrick reports.
It happened at the Express Pantry convenience store, which is on North High School Road, just east of I-465 between 38th and 46th Streets. IMPD says a teenager was shot by someone who was in an SUV, and the driver then took off. So they're trying to find the SUV and the shooter.
We're still going, and our officers are doing mandatory foot patrols every night in hotspot areas.
The teenager is alive but seriously injured. IMPD Night Watch Commander Kerry Buckner says if you can be of help, call IMPD or Crime Stoppers. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
State lawmakers have added 62 amendments to the proposed abortion ban bill, including one extending how much time a woman has to get an abortion. The Senate is holding a session today to talk about those amendments. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot signed a new executive order Thursday preventing agencies from cooperating in another state's investigation of people seeking an abortion in Illinois.
We also must be a safe haven for individuals who are compelled to travel to Chicago from other states to seek the reproductive health care that they need and deserve, but cannot receive in their home states.
She says abortion is fundamental health care. President Biden addressing inflation today at a speech at the White House.
It's called the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. The bill will lower health care costs for millions of Americans. It will be the most important investment we've ever made in our energy security.
His remarks come after a report showed the economy shrunk the second quarter of this year. Some are saying that means we're in a recession. From eating hot dogs competitively to chicken fingers on Wednesday.
I have the best job in the world, and I love chicken fingers, and Raising Cane's makes the best chicken fingers in the world, and I'm setting a record.
That's exactly what he did. Competitive eater Joey Chestnut, who lives in Westfield, went to a new Raising Cane's in Las Vegas and ate 44 chicken fingers in 5 minutes. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:33.
How much money have you lost in the stock market? You know, there's a way you could stop the bleeding and potentially make up for some of those devastating losses. It's Terry Stacy. Learn how you could get a competitive return on your money right now and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% initial bonus on your investment. That's right. And you'll sleep well knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies in the world. To learn more, call Bill Demery, my retirement guy, at 317-349-5212. Get a competitive return on your investment that beats the bank and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% bonus on your investment. To learn more, call Bill Demery at 317-349-5212. That's 317-349-5212.
It's 3:34, and here's Matt Baer with traffic.
All right, Harrison, eastbound 465 jams. Keystone Avenue past Allisonville Road. Inbound 65 stop and go 21st Street to the split. Same with eastbound 70 into downtown. Stop and go from Belmont to Meridian, Illinois. And on the east side, southbound 465 stops at 70 to Arlington. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Don't let summer pass you by. There's still time to add the patio of your dreams. Backyard living starts at IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
The forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Clouds increase throughout the night tonight. We'll see a chance for a few scattered showers or thunderstorms with lows in the mid-60s. Mostly sunny, less humid for Friday. A pleasant afternoon with highs near 82. I'm Wish TV storm tracking meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox. On the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. We'll go to the drivehubler.com hotline. It is the breakdown with Brian Baker, writer, producer, and host here, 93 WIBC. Okay, so 2 quarters of negative growth. As I understand it, that means that's a technical definition of a recession. Democrats would have you believe otherwise. Initial thoughts of what you've seen over the past couple of days of Democrats trying to redefine the word recession.
My thoughts are Trump 2024.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. This has been a week of just a lot of economic triggers and just bad data across the board. But today, a report came out, GDP, it shrank by almost a full percentage point. A second consecutive quarter of negative economic growth, which meets the criteria of what the media and the White House have now dubbed. This is kind of a new thing that they're doing here, calling it the classic recession. I don't know about you guys. I am kind of a creature of habit. I prefer the taste of classic formula recession to this new and improved formula, don't you? The funny thing is, guys, that the markets don't seem to mind in the slightest. The Dow was up over 250 points the last time I checked. This week's earnings reports were negative, not as bad as analysts had predicted. The Fed hiked basis points, hiked interest rates rather, by 0.75 basis points. So, that's a big deal. That's the 4th hike this year, and now you have the second quarter of negative economic growth. But the thing is that I think the markets are looking at all of this data and saying, okay, well, maybe the Fed is actually being effective here with the plan to tackle inflation. So maybe we won't have higher rate hikes down the road here. And, and maybe though we are slipping into negative growth here, maybe it's not going to be as bad as they thought. And with the quote unquote, what they call a soft landing, which means, we'd have a recession. There'd be some reductions in consumer spending. There'd be layoffs and we'd go through a period of struggle, but it wouldn't be a total disaster like what we've had previously in recessions like 2008.
Go back to what the Fed did yesterday and explain why hiking interest rates is a key factor in possibly slowing inflation.
Well, sure. Okay, so 75 basis points. That's a pretty significant hike, and it's the 4th rate hike that we've had so far this year. What it does is effectively make it more expensive for businesses to grow, and it increases the cost of lending, right? So if you are a business and you want to take out a business loan for new capital expenditures, that's going to cost you more money. In addition to that, it's also if you want to buy like a house, obviously mortgage rates are going to be higher. The cost to get to finance a car, that's going to go up. So it slows consumer spending, which in effect would slow down the economy. We're driven primarily by people getting after and spending money. So when you slow that down, the economy, in effect, slows down as well. And in effect, that would bring down inflation. Now, they're still kind of chasing inflation sale. I mean, the last reading that I saw, we were almost at 10%, guys, year over year. And interest rates are not anywhere close to that yet. So when you look at just what the effective inflationary rate is relative to interest rates, we're still lagging behind, but, maybe, consumers getting a little bit nervous and holding on to more of their dollars and rates going up. And we've certainly seen what's happening in the housing market. I mean, I think there's been a 20% decline across the board for new home contracts. So all of that, it shows that the Fed is doing their job. It just shows that we're probably not going to get through this and tackle inflation without going into a recession.
Brian Baker joining us here on the Hammer and Nigel show. Brian, the thing that's frustrating the most for me, the thing that drives me more insane than anything else, is that it did not have to be this way. Last year, 2021, the GDP was pretty solid. But just 1 year later, we've got 2 straight quarters of negative growth, which meets the definition of a recession. Anybody that's in a high school economic class can tell you spending money you don't have at a ridiculous rate is going to be a problem. We did not have to get to this point, but here we are. That's the one thing that drives me crazy more than anything else.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, look, I could certainly make an argument that the first round of stimulus spending that we had when the pandemic hit was justified because no one really knew what the impact was going to be on the global economy. And in effect, I mean, economists and certainly the government, the Federal Reserve, would rather be fighting inflation than deflation. So, I can see the argument for that. Now, as it went along and we had, the second stimulus, the third, and all of a sudden it kind of became a political gambling, a political negotiating tool for Americans as they went to the polls. Then it got a little bit out of hand. But what didn't need to happen was this huge increase that we saw in energy costs, guys. That's all the result of Biden's disastrous domestic energy policies. Yes. And that's something that could have been avoided. So, I just, what frustrates me the most is how the White House is trying to spin this whole thing, because, you can dig down into the nitty-gritty and you could probably make an argument on either side. I mean, certainly I've even seen economists that have come on Fox and said, well, savings are up and hiring is up, so that looks pretty good. But what is the reality for most people? And I don't know about you guys, but I mean, my reality right now is it's a little uncertain. I mean, yeah, our savings is up, but that's because I've been working my butt off for the last 6 months, worried about what's going to happen with the economy. It's so uncertain. And so we put off purchases and we're tightening our belts. Certainly the labor shortage that we've seen is affecting everybody's quality of life. I mean, look what's happening in the airline industry, and look at the housing market as well, guys. I mean, I suspect we're going to see a massive decline in the housing market in terms of home values, and that's where the majority of Americans have most of their wealth tied up. So, yeah, I mean, this is just, I think, potentially could be a very hard crash landing, but who knows, man? I mean, I also feel frustration as the White House comes out today. I mean, Biden was out there kind of, just flapping his jaws about this Inflation Reduction Act.
He's touting more spending and more tax hikes. Schumer and Manchin coming to some sort of agreement on the new spending bill, which includes a lot of climate change BS. I mean, spending, like Hammer mentioned earlier, is what got us into this mess in the first place.
Well, yeah, and I mean, this is effectively a climate and energy bill that will increase inflation, guys. It taxes American citizens and businesses to invest in less efficient and cost-effective energy sources. It's filled with all kinds of subsidies. It's got $433 billion in new spending, and that's on top of the CHIPS bill that they passed yesterday that has $250 billion in new spending. Well, government spending is a tool for fighting deflation. So I think maybe we need a truth in naming law there to go through Congress for some of these bills, because every time they put something through, it's going to do the exact opposite of what is intended. And this Inflation Reduction Act that's got all the subsidies, it even has what is effectively a reboot of that disastrous Cash for Clunkers program that we had under Obama.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I want to go back to something you said a minute ago about jobs, because you see the Biden administration kind of doing a victory lap, like unemployment claims are down, jobs are up. But if wages are down, that doesn't mean a damn thing. If people are making less money than they were a year or two ago, that does nobody any good.
Yeah, and the White House chief economist is just blatantly lying to the American people. He was on CNBC today and said that household incomes are up. His own report says that household incomes declined by 0.5%. And think about, the unemployment rate as well, guys. The unemployment rate is low, But what you have to look at is the labor force participation rate, which is historically quite high. People, if they're not looking for a job, they're not included in those jobless claims number. They're not included in the unemployment number. And we know that businesses across the board are struggling because of the labor shortage. But at the same time, you have major companies. There have been at least 24 major American companies that have announced layoffs as a result of increased costs and reduced profitability. And it's hit the tech industry really hard. So, it's not as rosy as the White House would like you to believe by far.
Yeah, I think it was General Motors last week announcing thousands of layoffs to concentrate on their green energy initiatives. So that's just another example. But to circle back around,
Ford as well.
Yeah, maybe that's what I was talking about. But just to circle back around at the beginning of this conversation, and we're talking about the technical definition of a recession, 2 quarters of negative growth, and the Biden administration sort of gaslighting what a recession really is. I got the feeling, and I was kind of surprised, I got the feeling from you at the beginning of this that you saw some glimmers of light in a very, very large, dark tunnel. Maybe some shards of optimism there from you. Did I detect that, or am I off base off that?
Well, there's a little bit of optimism, and here's why, man. We are seeing, and my opinion is, even though Washington is fighting the Federal Reserve here on their plans to tackle inflation, when you look at the markets, what the stock market generally has a tendency to do is look down the road, and it's sort of like a crystal ball. It looks a good 6 months to a year down the road and tries to make a prediction of what the economy is going to be doing and what our environment will be then. And so from that perspective, I mean, things are looking very positive. And I do think that once we kind of go through this and things kind of stabilize and businesses tighten their belts, that we'll be better off in the long run. And I don't think it's going to be as disastrous as maybe what even I was thinking a good 3 months ago. So, yeah, I mean, I feel some optimism about that. We do see the energy costs are coming down. Unfortunately, that's because Americans are struggling and they're not buying.
Yeah.
But, the housing market as well, even though there's a negative in that people that already are kind of locked in and, maybe they bought at the height of the market at these really low interest rates, and now we're going to see possibly the housing market see a significant decline. The positive on that is that for people that are first-time home buyers that are trying to enter the market, they might have an opportunity now. So, I mean, yeah, the positive is that inflation is they're slowly getting a handle on it. The negative is that still is going to take a while for wages to recover, for Americans to stabilize. And, listen, a recession may be just the negative evil that we have to deal with in order to conquer that problem.
If anybody wants to continue this conversation or argue with you or maybe just read some of your amazing work, where can they find you at?
Yeah, please do argue with me. I love that. Twitter at NaptownBri, also WIBC.com, and I do appreciate it, guys.
Brian Baker, breaking it down for us as always. We appreciate it, my friend.
Thanks, guys.
It's a Hammer and Nigel show.
Kindergarten? It's closer than you think. Will your child be ready? Let us help with On My Way Pre-K. Your child may qualify for high-quality pre-K right here, close to home. And it could be free. Indiana's On My Way Pre-K program is the best way to ensure your 4-year-old is ready for kindergarten. Get information and eligibility requirements at onmywayprekk.org. When you want what's best for your child, you want On My Way Pre-K.
I'm beating the heat. Are you? You could beat the heat with Window Nation. I have Window Nation windows installed in my house, and right now you can save $200 off any style new window from Window Nation and no money up front until 2024. Plus, receive a free entry door with the purchase of a house full of windows.
Yeah, the weather's crazy in Indiana. 1 minute, it's like 98 with all humidity. The next day, you're getting thunderstorms and the rain is smacking your windows. Having good windows is a game changer, especially for your wallet. I have saved so much money on my heating and air costs by switching to Window Nation windows. And right now, with this deal, you can make the switch as well. Save $200 off any style of window from Window Nation with every 2 that you buy. Plus, make no payments and pay no interest until 2024. Save thousands of dollars on your new windows and lower your energy bills. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
There is a lot depending on your heart. That's why we've put the experts and technology in place to provide the most advanced cardiology care in your neighborhood. From preventive care to life-saving interventions, Community Hospital Anderson provides the right care for your needs. With every heart we save, we prevent another from breaking. To learn more, visit ecommunity.com/heart. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
Now with Xfinity, you'll get unlimited internet with gig speed and supersonic Wi-Fi. With a 2-year internet rate guarantee, no annual contract required, and no equipment fees. Talk about knock your socks off. Ooh, plus a free Flex 4K streaming box. It's like hitting the streaming jackpot. It's all just $50 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile. $50 a month. A price that's truly jaw-dropping.
Oh, literally.
The speed you need at a price you want. Value that's simply bananas. That's the new Xfinity Supersonic Bundle. It's kind of a big deal. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store to learn more.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. New gigabit internet customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Hills of Brown Vacation Rentals invites you to come experience summer in the Brown County woods. Wildflowers springing up everywhere. Enjoy that peace and wonder of Brown County with a cabin rental through Hills of Brown Vacation Rentals. Cabins of all sizes, seclusion in the woods, or stay in Nashville near all the shopping and enjoy dining at the many great restaurants. Most Hills of Brown cabins have hot tubs and game rooms. Fantastic weekday specials available. Mention radio for 10% off any non-discounted stay. Find your cabin at browncountylogcabins.com. browncountylogcabins.com.
Who appreciates the value of an Ivy Tech Community College Associate degree? Well, the state's largest colleges for starters. Over 20 have partnered with us in our Guaranteed Admissions Program, where an Ivy Tech Associate degree guarantees admission to their bachelor's degree program. Who else? The 70,000 plus high school students each year who earn college credit in high school and save on tuition by doing it. But as valuable as an Ivy Tech degree is, the real value lies in the better life it makes possible. Let's get started today at ivytech.edu.
Let Pierce Jewelers in Carmel take your older jewelry and gemstones and repurpose them into something new and exciting for that special occasion in your life. So shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for plenty of advice and fun, brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and foundation, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Don't let summer pass you by. There's still time to add the patio of your dreams. Backyard living starts at indiedecorativeconcrete.com.
Matt Bear has a look at the roads.
Yeah, our northwest northbound 465 stops at 86th Street to 865. Southside eastbound 465 stop and go big time Harding over to Emerson. Westbound lanes are bad from 65 over to Harding. And on the east side southbound 465 jams from 70 down to South Shadeland. Traffic sponsored by Indie Decorative Concrete. Don't let summer pass you by. There's still time to add the patio of your dreams. Backyard living starts at indiedecorativeconcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Sunshine and 88 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
The Hammer and Nigel Show.
Feels so good in my ear holes.
93 WIBC.
You know you want some of this.
Spending most our lives living in an Amish.
Some Weird Al news coming up here in just a second. But first, Hammer, did you ever figure out who that was that left that crazy voicemail?
No, I have no idea.
You were playing it for me towards the end of the show yesterday. It's pretty funny.
So first of all, I didn't know you could send like a voicemail to somebody's Facebook message inbox.
Oh, Messenger. Yeah, if you have Messenger, if you have the app, yeah.
So somebody that I'm not friends with on social media sends me this scathing message. Now, clearly, I think they were looking for another Jason because the one they were looking for had some sort of landscaping company and there was bad blood
It was hilarious.
And there's history. So I'm just going to play it for you here. This was the message I got yesterday. I've beeped out this woman's name and address, and I've kind of modulated the voice a little bit because I don't want to, get her into trouble or whatever. Take a listen.
Jason, my name's I live at we met many years ago when the house caught on fire in the back of the house that you own on Peach Street. Your landscaping, there's stuff in front of our driveway and blocked it. And now your girl's out there yelling and screaming at my sister, who's been trying to turn into my driveway for 10 minutes. I don't want to see these people back on my street again. I've already called the police.
And that was it.
I could totally see your wife, Crystal, yelling at somebody out on the side of the street, though.
Well, I could see that, too. But I can't see her doing any landscaping.
It was even better that it sounded like Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks. So that was on your messenger on Facebook.
Right. I politely wrote her back as like, look, I hope you find the Jason that you're looking for, but I think you got the wrong guy.
Did she write you back?
She just said, okay.
Okay.
And that was it. So somewhere there's a landscaping Jason who at one point had a house that caught on fire, and that's how they met. And since then, he's been blocking the driveway and getting mouthy with chicks. That's what I've taken from that.
Hilarious.
Now, that's not the first time that I've received a spirited voicemail. Go back to earlier this year. That one on Facebook was completely accidental. That was the wrong number. This one that I got on my phone, this was intentional.
Quit spewing bullshit, untruth, throw it in the wall and let it see if it sticks. Unsubstantiated, random crap. There's a reason that you work in Indianapolis, a low market, piddly little town, man, because you don't have any brains or talent. Your partner's from Lisbon? Wow. He's got a good world view. Sometimes I think you losers have never left this state. Oh, my God. Nigel and Hammer Show. Is this anything? You guys are losers, man. Go yourself.
Oh, man.
I forgot about that. I think I remember that. You're from Liston. What kind of worldview do you have? Imagine the misery you're going through, how miserable your life has to be to take time.
Oh, my God. Nigel and Hammer Show. Is this anything?
I mean, just how miserable of a bastard you have to be to take time out of your day, probably calling on his cell phone on his way home from his miserable job.
The call came from Kokomo.
Yeah, okay, exactly.
He just got kicked out of the hip hugger. But we encourage all, feedback on the show. Just don't be a habitual problem.
How did we? I mean, we don't even have any voicemails, do we? Or I guess we got our desk phone.
Yeah, that was on my desk phone.
I don't even know. So somebody had to call our lobby and say, "Give me Jason Hammer's voicemail."
Right. So that's fun. We had that going for us. You teased some Weird Al news.
The making of the Weird Al, the movie, the biopic, however you say it. Roku has revealed the release date. Weird Al, it's called Weird, the Al Yankovic story. It's starring the dude that played Harry Potter as
Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah. And I think you were the one that was telling me Weird Al specifically picked him to play it.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer. Looked okay. But Roku channel, November 4th is when it debuts, the Weird Al story.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Sparkling diamonds, dazzling bracelets, earrings, and rings. Breathtaking rubies, emeralds, and sapphires. Welcome to Barrington Jewels. From timeless designs to impeccable craftsmanship, the enduring beauty of Barrington Jewels shines through every creation. At Barrington Jewels, find respect and honest pricing, superior service and accommodations. For birthdays, anniversaries, and just because. Find your treasure at Barrington Jewels, East 82nd in Indianapolis and barringtonjewels.com.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. In the last year, we've seen our competition double, even triple their delivery charges. Thompson Furniture and Mattress still delivers for free within 75 miles of Columbus. White glove delivery and setup from the best team anywhere, and it's all for free. Whether it's your Lazy Boys, Smith Brothers, Tempur-Pedic, outdoor furniture, it doesn't matter. It's delivered free. Guaranteed best price plus free delivery only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Old National Wealth Management is asking investors to get old. But first, people have questions.
Now, if I get old, will someone explain how bond prices and yields go in opposite directions?
Yes, your own wealth advisor is there to make everything clear.
No matter how many times I ask.
Absolutely.
Because I kind of ask a lot. I ask about 401ks, too.
We love questions.
Okay, put me in the old machine. I'm ready.
Introducing Old National Bank, where business relationships and results matter. Old National Bank. Get old. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Joe Clark, host of Consider This, found right here Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. Grab a cup of coffee and join me as we talk about things you should consider affecting your financial future.
Right now, it's a seller's market. It's Terry Stacy for Crest Point Real Estate. Get your free home value estimate in 60 seconds at callcrestpoint.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes, gun violence in Indy and a teenager is the victim. Your lawmakers are discussing an abortion ban and gas tax bills, and your congresswoman is suspicious of both the U.S. and Ukraine. All that and more after Fox News Radio from the Shepherd Community Center studios. It's 88 degrees, mostly sunny in downtown Indianapolis. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
It's heading to the president's desk. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The House giving final approval to a bill aimed at boosting the computer chips industry.
President Biden interrupted a roundtable with business leaders. As word got to him, the House had the votes to approve the Chips Plus Science Act.
The House has passed it.
President Biden had urged passage of the bill, providing more than $50 billion in federal grants and tax incentives for the semiconductor industry and billions more for other scientific and high-tech research.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The bill has both bipartisan support and opposition, and there was concern about today's House vote, with some Republicans upset about a separate spending deal unveiled in the Senate last night. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell calls that a giant package of job-killing tax hikes.
Green New Deal craziness that will kill American energy, and prescription drug socialism that will leave us with fewer life-saving medicines.
Also insisting that spending more will make inflation worse, as President Biden denies the U.S. is in recession after the economy shrank for a second quarter.
Our economy created more than 1 million jobs in the second quarter, the same period as today's GDP report covers.
He says the country is on the right path. Wall Street rallies. The Dow up 329 points at the closing bell. The State Department just announcing a reward of up to $10 million for information on suspected efforts by Russia to interfere in U.S. elections. The U.S. has already sanctioned individuals and entities linked to a company based in St. Petersburg that intel officials say was central to Russian efforts to impact the 2016 presidential election. The new State Department reward seeks information about the company and its associates. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A teenager shot and IMPD needs your help. 88 degrees, mostly sunny downtown, nothing on the radar for now. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 4:02. A teenager is seriously hurt after being shot at a convenience store in the northwest side of Indianapolis this morning. IMPD Night Watch Commander Kerry Buckner says police can't solve crimes like these alone.
We're just trying to keep up at this point. We really need the public to step in and help us out with the violence.
They believe someone in an SUV shot the teenager and drove off. If you have any information, call IMPD or Crime Stoppers. 62 amendments have been added to the proposed abortion ban bill, including one that extends the amount of time a woman has to get an abortion in Indiana. Your lawmakers are discussing those amendments this afternoon. A suspension of the Indiana gas tax was knocked down Thursday afternoon in the Indiana House. The attempt from Democrat Ed Delaney.
If the price is over $3.50, those taxes, which can be 65, 70 cents altogether, they're not collected at the pump.
The problem, he was trying to piggyback that on another bill, which was about adoption. Republicans have said no to that idea all along, and they are in the supermajority. The people fighting Russia in Ukraine shouldn't depend on much support from the Biden administration, says Congresswoman Victoria Spartz. She tells WIBC's Tony Katz.
Just be honest with them and just say, you know what? I'm going to be dragging my feet
I'm going to be, not helping you enough. Just be on your own and figure out if you're going to be dying there.
Spartz is suspicious about where the weapons America have sent have gone, and she's suspicious about the Biden administration's motives. Competitive eater Joey Chestnut has won the Nathan's hot dog eating contest 15 times, but he set another food record yesterday. John Herrick reports.
Chestnut lives in Westfield, but he was asked to attend the opening of a new Raising Cane's location in Las Vegas on Wednesday, which was also National Chicken Finger Day.
Good food brings people together, and chicken fingers, everybody's happy.
He said eating between 40 or 50 chicken tenders was doable in 5 minutes. He ate 44, which is a new Raising Cane's chicken finger eating record. And after he set the record, he took pictures with fans and signed autographs. John Herrick, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:04.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet and security for just $60 a month when you add mobile and save $480 your first year. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and autopay. New Comcast Business 250 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Must add mobile within 90 days of internet install and keep all services for 12 months to receive discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
With traffic on the 5s at 4:05, here's Matt Bear.
Harrison, we're stopped on the northwest side, northbound 465, 79th up to 865. Eastbound 465, stop and go. Keystone Avenue past Allisonville. East side, southbound 465, a slow roll from 70 down to 74. And inbound 65, jams at 21st. Eastbound 465, south side, stop and go traffic from Kentucky to the river. And then we stop at Harding. Traffic sponsored by Freegee and Freegee Auctioneers. Freegee and Freegee Auctioneers is hosting an auction in Clayton, Indiana, Saturday, August 6th, 10 a.m. Bid on site or online at FreegeeAuctioneers.com. That's FREIJE, license AC 3120002. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Clouds begin to thicken up as we head into the evening hours tonight. A chance for a few scattered showers or thunderstorms heading into the overnight hours with lows near 65. Mostly sunny skies, low humidity, and pleasant on your Friday with highs near 82. Partly cloudy and nice Friday night. Lows fall to 61. And a beautiful weekend. Low humidity, lots of sunshine. Nice for your Saturday with highs near 82. I'm Wish TV Storm Tracking meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
On 93 WIBC.
So let's rock it!
My name is Jason Hammer. Big Nige is right across from me.
Hello.
Matt Bear's here. TKW is here. There's somebody missing. Oh, I know. It's wheelin' dealin', hair sniffing, kiss stealing Joe Biden.
I got hairy legs. We're going to have economic intercourse. You know the thing.
Well, it turns out, Nige, we're not having economic intercourse because the GDP number came out and it once again was in the negative.
The economy is abstaining from intercourse.
Very
with
much
Americans,
so.
actually.
Very much so. We'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit. But on the personal front of Joe Biden, there's a report from Fox News that Joe Biden met with at least 14 of Hunter Biden's business associates while he was the vice president.
Whoa. Wait. Hold on. I clearly remember Joe Biden saying that he's never been involved in any of Hunter's business dealings whatsoever.
Let's take a trip down memory lane and see what Joe and Hunter had to say about their business dealings.
Okay.
There's not been one scintilla of evidence that my son ever interfered, that I ever asked me anything, that I ever got involved in anything. Nothing more than that, because I've never discussed my business or their business, my sons or daughters, and I've never discussed them.
I want to get to the heart of it. Did you and your father ever discuss Ukraine?
No. There's no but to this. No, we never did.
Okay, so that's Joe and that's Hunter.
Oh.
But Fox News and the Daily Mail think otherwise. So here's what I want you to do, Nigel.
Yes.
Every time you hear me say the word also, I want you to take a drink.
Oh, I'm sorry, a drinking game here?
Yes. I'm going to go through these allegations 1 through 1 here, okay? So
hold on. Okay.
Got it cracked open.
A little natty ice.
Here we go.
All right.
According to the report, Joe Biden attended a dinner with Hunter's business associates from Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and Russia at the same cafe in Washington, D.C. on April 16th, 2015. These are from the records from Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop.
Oh, the laptop from hell.
Also,
okay.
2 of Hunter Biden's Mexican business associates, Miguel Velasco and Miguel Miglano, visited the West Wing on February 26, 2014. This is courtesy of the Obama White House visitor logs. Joe Biden was photographed with these individuals, giving them a tour of the White House. Also, take a drink. Emails which were reviewed by Fox News from more than a year after that incident showed that Hunter Biden arranged a video conference with the old man and Carlos Slim, a Mexican billionaire with whom Hunter Biden was trying to do business with at the time. The date was October 30th, 2015.
That just sounds shady. Carlos Slim.
Sounds like a name that like Michael Vick would use on the road. Ron Mexico, Carlos Slim. Also,
excuse me.
Less than a month after that video conference,
I'm halfway done here.
Slim, Velasco, and Magnati attended a meeting with Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and a family business partner at the vice presidential residence in Washington, D.C. Photograph dated November 19th, 2015, published by the Daily Mail.
These are awful for not dealing with any of Hunter's business people. It's awful lot of pictures and meetings and stuff going on here.
Also, February 2016, just months after the meeting at Joe's private residence, the big guy, the vice president, Joe Biden, reportedly flew Hunter and Cooper on Air Force Two to Mexico City. Hunter wrote an email informing his business partners to say that they would be in a meeting with Joe Biden and then the Mexican president, Enrique Nieto.
You're going to make me drink again, aren't you?
Also, Joe also met with the former Colombia president and a guy by the name of Eric Schwerin, the former president of Hunter Biden's since dissolved investment fund group. This took place at the Naval Observatory residence March 2nd, 2012. This is according to an entry in Hunter Biden's personal calendar obtained by the New York Post.
Halfway done with this natural ice, so every time you say the word also, I still have to take a drink. Are we still doing this?
Also, Joe Biden met with several of his son's U.S.-based business partners who made at least 27 visits to the White House during Joe's time as the vice president. Also, Tony Bobulinski, say it with me, Bobulinski, the former CEO of Sinohawk Holdings, a Jim and Hunter Biden joint venture with a Chinese energy firm, apparently met with Joe Biden in May of 2017.
Boy.
This is according to text messages obtained by Fox News Digital.
It's an awful lot of kickbacks to the big guy, allegedly, if that's where this road is leading to.
Also, Devin Archer,
Hunter
Biden's Burisma business partner, was sentenced to federal prison in February for his role in a scheme to defraud a Native American tribe. He also visited with the big guy in the West Wing of the White House, April 16th, 2014, courtesy of the visitor logs. It's all right there from the New York Post, from the Daily Mail, from Fox News Digital, 3 different media outlets. But what are the chances anything happens, Nigel?
Well, my favorite part in this treasure trove of emails is when Hunter got butthurt that one of his Mexican business partners wasn't returning his calls, essentially ghosting him. And in an email, Hunter let him know about it. Like he reminded this guy, you mentioned his name, Magnani. Hunter reminded this guy, hey, I put you and your boys in the same room with the big guy. Quote, Hunter invited Magnani to greet the vice president upon landing, but in the same email, Hunter expressed indignation with Magnani, accusing him of going silent on their business partnerships despite Hunter giving him access to his father. I have brought every single person you have ever asked me to bring to the effing White House and the vice president's house and the inauguration, and you go completely silent, Hunter wrote in the email. I don't know what it is that I did, but I'd like you to know why I delivered on you every single thing you've asked, and you made me feel like I've done something to offend you. I mean, there's nothing subtle about that at all.
No. And imagine being what you think is a powerful, influential family in America and being ghosted by the Mexicans.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's happening here.
Yeah, exactly. And my theory still stands that I think Hunter Biden hates his dad and was saving all this stuff on the laptop from hell on purpose. That voicemail that Joe Biden left Hunter, hey, look, give me a call back. I think I got it all. I think you're in the clear in terms of the New York Times article about the laptop. Why would Hunter save all that stuff? Why would he put all these stuff in the Pedo Pete file on his email? Cover his ass, CYA, just in case something goes down.
See, I go against you on this because I think Hunter is just that dumb. That's my argument. By the way, Bill, on the comment section of the YouTube chat, tell Nigel he should probably just pop the top on another one. How much do you have left in the can?
That's about 3/4 gone.
Chug that thing down right now. Before we go to Matt Bear, can you go a good old-fashioned Nigel and chug it down?
No, I'm not good at chugging, man. I need to work on I'm much better at shotgun it. Okay.
Go, finish it. Give the YouTube audience what they want here. Big Nige doing Big Nige things. You got it?
Can't do it.
Oh, come on.
I can't do it. I'm a horrible chugger. I need to work on my chugging. I'm awful at it.
The next night with WIBC, you need to chug a beer on
It's
stage.
harder through a can than it is if I were to pour it into a styrofoam cup, too. It's harder to do through a can unless I'm shotgunning it. Then game on. Okay, that's a challenge. The next night with WIBC, we'll see if I can do it.
Yes, deal. All right, Matt Bear, what's going on?
Crash on the ramp from eastbound 70 to the Post Road. Ramp is open, but it is partially blocked, and we are stop and go both directions on the south side. Westbound 465 jams from Emerson over to Harding, and then eastbound lanes from Harding over to Emerson also stop and go. Traffic sponsored by Panera. New Chef's Chicken Sandwiches from Panera. Pan-seared chicken, a secret garlic aioli recipe, Parmesan crisp, and pickled chips, all on a buttery brioche pickled chips and a roll. Try one for only $1 delivery fee when you order on their app. Restrictions apply. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Matt Bear, I'm going to need your assistance a little bit later on this hour. We're going to give away some State Fair tickets, and the game we're going to play today is State Fair or Matt Bear. I'm not going to give away any more details other than that, but I will need your assistance coming up here in just a little bit, okay?
Do I have to put pants on?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, I'm there.
Why start now, Matt?
No problem.
Right now we got sunshine and 88. We're going to play a fun round of Is This Anything? It's the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
Those who've built their own financial success know that moving forward requires not just the right tools, but an in-depth knowledge of how to use them. That's why Edelman Financial Engines gives you a dedicated wealth planner supported by a team of experts. We know a modern wealth planning relationship demands human insight powered by advanced technology. Our advice is tailor-made for your personal goals, and our investment management approach is based on Nobel Prize-winning research. We model more than 38,000 securities so we can better stress test your portfolio through thousands of scenarios. See what we can build for you. Call 888-899-4450. That's 888-899-4450. Or visit efewealthplanners.com to get your complimentary financial plan. Edelman Financial Engines, built for those who built themselves.
Masters Heating and Cooling is helping you in 2022 with $750 in Masters bucks toward a complete Carrier system installed. Turn to the experts, plus receive perks like a free humidifier, 10-year parts and 3-year labor warranty, Masters Apple to Apple's price match guarantee, and 0% financing for 72 months to qualified buyers. Visit mastersheatcool.com today.
We are Masters.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-857-5656. That's 800-857-5656.
Smart drivers know with regular service from the trusted team at Honda of Fishers, they'll get lasting enjoyment from their Honda. From oil changes to tire rotations to brake service and more, Honda of Fishers has you covered. Visit HondaofFishers.com to schedule today.
Listen to the Hammer and Nigel Show this week on 93 WIBC from 3 to 7 p.m. for the chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to the Indiana State Fair for you and your friends or family.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's custom design jewelry store.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything? On 93 WIBC.
Hammer, how do we play? Is this anything?
I'll run a couple stories your way. Your job is to break down the pros, the cons, and come up with the conclusion, is the story anything or not? Okay. We start with this. Police in various cities around the country are suggesting people be very wary of giving money to parking lot violinists. This is a thing that's happening around the country because according to law enforcement, they are not neighbors in need. They are pretending to play the violin to solicit donations. It's now a nationwide scam.
No way, I've seen him.
Here's a clip of a woman confronting one of the people pretending to play the violin on the street.
Not really playing. What's my problem is that there's people that actually spend time to learn how to play the violin, and you're standing here faking it, scamming people out of money. That's my problem. Like, you're not playing the song at all.
So, calling me a Karen for outing somebody that is fakely playing the violin.
Oh my gosh. Yes, this is something, because I think I fell for it one time.
Oh, come on, Nige, damn!
I've never heard, it never even occurred to me in the Boone Village shopping center in Zionsville outside Kroger.
You give these people money?
I've seen it multiple times. I had, I think I had my son go up and drop like $1 in the thing. And it never even once occurred to me that it could be fake. No, but he's plugged in. He's got the, like, where do they get their equipment? Now, I'm not saying the guy that I saw in Boone Village was faking it. But it just never even occurred to me that it was a scam. It had a big speaker out. It was a summer day. I've seen it multiple times. And it's beautiful. And he's got a big sign that says, please help, need work, need money for my family, which I kind of thought was ironic because he's standing right outside Kroger and Akron Hardware, which have huge help wanted signs on both of those.
And you got money for a violin and equipment.
Yeah. So he's got like PA, a speaker, chords, and I mean that must have cost. I don't know. Is anybody missing a PA, is an amp and a violin for that? Never even. Wow.
If he was that desperate, wouldn't he have like pawned that stuff off
or got
sold
a job.
it.
I mean, he's right across the street from. Now, I'm not saying the guy that I saw was a scammer, but man, now it makes me think. Yeah, I had my son give him like $1 or $2. I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was beautiful, actually.
At least the guy that was outside of the 500 Festival Parade that had the sign that says, "Kick me in the junk for $20." At least we know that he was earning the money.
That was legit.
That was legit. Like he was getting kicked in the junk. He was getting $20. Okay, that's a day's pay.
Wow. I felt like I've just given money to a Nigerian prince. I can't believe I fell for that. Again, I don't know specifically there in Zionsville if that guy was scamming or not, but I've seen him multiple times. And it never even once, no light bulb went off in my head. I just thought, oh, this is pretty cool. He's kind of a unique way to raise money. He's down on his luck. He's a talented violinist.
He took your money, went to his all-gold Ferrari, drove home. You fell for the scam.
Oh, have you ever heard of that before? Have you ever heard about people playing violin in the parking lots of shopping centers and stuff?
I've never heard of this, but I don't give these people money, though.
Okay.
I don't care who they are. I feel like everybody is trying to run a scam.
I feel like I do. I feel like I sent a check to like a Nigerian prince. That's how dumb I feel right now.
Is this anything? A former strip club in Wisconsin was bought up and turned into a Christian school.
Oh.
Here is the head of the Christian school, Chris Austin, talking about how they felt transforming it from a strip club to a school.
We knew somewhere, sometime, God would provide, and he did. Because it had been a strip mall, in addition to being a strip club, much of it had never even been built out. And so it was fairly easy for us to kind of turn that into classroom space, little by little. We just found that humorous. We took the drywall off of the windows because it was just a darker environment in many different ways. And we've let the light in, and we think of it as the light of Jesus.
Ask and ye shall receive. The Lord works in mysterious ways. I love it. Yeah, this is something. My only question is what did they do with the brass poles? Did they maybe turn them into railings on stairs?
Possibly.
For the kids?
They're training firemen, maybe to go into that line of work.
They donated the brass poles to firehouses. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's something. I'm glad they were able to find a facility that they could use for a Christian school. I love this story. Yes, absolutely something. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Hallelujah. Holy bleep, where's the Tylenol?
How much Lysol do you think they had to buy? How much Clorox do you think they had to do?
They probably had to give that thing a good scrubbing.
Yeah, because I'm willing to bet that if you would have turned the lights off and turned on a black light, it would not have been pretty in that joint.
I have a feeling they didn't keep the furniture out of the champagne room or anything like that.
I'm talking about the floor.
Yeah. My buddy, one time, we were all sitting in pervert row, and it was somebody's bachelor party, and he didn't get up for like an hour, and come to find out he'd been urinating under the table that he was sitting at.
Oh. And now that's going to be like a school.
You know what pervert row is, right? Like when when you're sitting front row, you're up there, and the counter comes up to you belly high, right? So you can set your beer down. You're sitting and the dancers come up to you. He was relieving himself. He was urinating, not relieving himself, like relieving tension.
Not like Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, right. He was going to the bathroom underneath the thing. Just a vile, disgusting human being.
And that was your friend.
He was in my wedding. Yeah. Sure. It's 100% true story, man.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hammer and Nigel here for our friends at All-Star Roof, Siding, and more. If you think you may have any kind of wear or tear or damage to your roof, siding, or need new gutters, be proactive. All-Star installs gutters and gutter covers. Let All-Star show what they can do for you compared to the competition, and All-Star offers many different solutions for your gutters and gutter covers.
Tom Myers and All-Star Roofing, celebrating 25 years in the business, free inspections on your roof. All-Star is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, 0 ongoing complaints, and the owner of the company, Tom Myers, will come out to your house and he'll work with you if you need to meet with an insurance adjuster. I know this because I am a customer. I've seen Tom do it. All-Star Roof, Siding, and more. Give them a call right now. Have those gutters checked out. 317-522-6409 or go online to allstarroofingsiding.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
At Tire Discounters, we do everything, but not everything.
Thanks for calling Tire Discounters.
Yeah, so do you guys do brakes?
Absolutely.
Shocks and struts?
Yes.
Balloon animals for my kid's party?
Ooh,
All right, oil changes.
Bingo.
Astrophysics?
Can you hold, sir? Hey, Brainiac! Yeah. Do you know astrophysics? Yep. Okay, sir, that's a yes.
How about coolant fluid exchanges?
Of course.
I'm still bummed about those balloon animals, though.
Plus, brakes, shocks and struts, alignment, and more.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Giving it another shot. 88 degrees, mostly sunny on Monument Circle. Nothing on radar. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 429. If you've been following the abortion ban bill in the state Senate, it gets a reading in the full Senate today. Democrats will be trying again to get their amendments heard.
Our amendments offer women compassion, support, and help during a very difficult time that will become exponentially more difficult now that they will not have the ability to make reproductive decisions for themselves.
State Senator Shelley Yoder. An Ohio judge denied bond for Gerson Fuentes, who's accused of raping a then 9-year-old girl who got an abortion in Indiana. Fox's Gernal Scott reports.
Gerson Fuentes, according to Franklin County Judge Julie Lynch, lived with the child and her mother, and according to evidence is in the U.S. illegally. Fuentes faces 2 counts of rape and could face life without parole if he's convicted. Judge Lynch said denying bond is the best way to protect the child.
To allow him to return to that home, the traumatic and psychological impact would be undeserving to an alleged victim.
Prosecutors say Fuentes admitted to raping the little girl twice. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
This second quarter GDP report says the economy shrunk for the second consecutive quarter, which could mean the economy is in a recession. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen remains optimistic.
Right now, even in the face of global headwinds, including a war in Europe and successive variants of the pandemic, our economy remains resilient.
The Federal Reserve continues to raise interest rates until inflation slows down. Gas prices in Indiana are still falling. The statewide average is down to $4.27 per gallon, says Gas Buddy, an 11-cent drop from Monday. Your stock report, the Dow up 332 points to 32,529. The NASDAQ up 130 to 12,162 points. The S&P 500 also up today, 48 points, closing at 4,072. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:31.
Now with Xfinity, you'll get unlimited internet with gig speed and supersonic Wi-Fi. With a 2-year internet rate guarantee, no annual contract required, and no equipment fees. Talk about knock your socks off. Ooh, plus a free Flex 4K streaming box. It's like hitting the streaming jackpot. It's all just $50 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile. $50 a month. A price that's truly jaw-dropping.
Oh, literally.
The speed you need at a price you want. Value that's simply bananas. That's the new Xfinity Supersonic Bundle. It's kind of a big deal. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store to learn more.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. New gigabit internet customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
With traffic at 4:32, here's Matt Baer.
Crash southbound 65 after 21st Street, right in the middle of the interstate. Stop and go traffic running from 21st down to the north split. Inbound 70 also slows down from rural to the north split. East side crash on the ramp from eastbound 70 to Post Road. That ramp is open but partially blocked. And also on the east side southbound 465, stop traffic 70 to 74. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Don't let summer pass you by. There's still time to add the patio of your dreams. Backyard living starts at IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
The forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Clouds increase throughout the night tonight. We'll see a chance for a few scattered showers or thunderstorms with lows in the mid-60s. Mostly sunny, less humid for Friday. A pleasant afternoon with highs near 82. I'm Wish TV storm tracking meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox. On the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
Hey, my name is Nigel. Hammer's here. Well, this is interesting. The FDA has warned that puberty blockers may cause brain swelling, vision, and vision loss in kids. So these kids that want to transition, these boys that want to become girls, vice versa, doctors prescribe them puberty blockers. And according to the Mayo Clinic, it's a bunch of medical mumbo jumbo, but it increases pressure inside the skull for no apparent reason. So this isn't some random one-off study somewhere. This is the FDA and the Mayo Clinic talking about puberty blockers.
And the symptoms, if you read up on this, similar to that of a brain tumor that can cause severe headaches, dizziness, vomiting, even permanent vision loss. Because people are trying to give puberty blockers to children.
That's child abuse. No question. It's easy. I'll say it again. It's child abuse if you do that to your kids. It's disgusting.
Now, just last week, Rachel Levine from the Biden Health Administration, Rachel was born a biological man.
Sure.
Now it's a transgender woman. Went out of her way to say that basically everything's going to be fine. As a matter of fact, the Biden administration trying to ease restrictions so that it becomes easier for kids and states to get things like puberty blockers.
So we really want to base our treatment and to affirm and to support and empower these youth, not to limit their participation in activities and sports, and even limit their ability to get gender affirmation treatment in their state.
Gender affirmation treatment,
Bingo.
AKA puberty blockers. I mean, look, it's one thing. I mean, gender dysphoria, from what I've read and everything I know about it, it's awful. It sucks. But if you got a kid that says, Mommy, I'm actually a girl. If you got a biological boy that says, well, Mom and Dad, I think I'm going to be a girl. I'm a girl. And then teachers and parents automatically affirm that. That's tantamount to child abuse in my book. I mean, take it easy there for a minute. Could it be a phase? Maybe. Could it be that they are gay? Possibly, but that doesn't mean you have to go take puberty blockers and start cutting off genitalia, even if they are gay. You could just be gay. You don't, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like you take a quantum leap from saying, hey, I'm a girl trapped in a boy's body to, all right, let's start giving you puberty blockers, and when you're old enough, we'll find somebody to cut your crank off.
Yeah, that's a pretty big jump. That's 0 to 100 pretty damn quick right there.
Ugh. And now this thing from the FDA and the Mayo Clinic saying it's causing brain swelling and vision loss in kids that this has been given to. Again, it's not us saying it. It's not some conservative medical think tank or something like that. It's legitimate government bodies. Some would argue the FDA, the CDC are legitimate or not, but the Mayo Clinic even.
Right.
So,
and here in Indiana, the court ruling that states that now biological boys that have become transgender girls can compete in girls' sports. This is as a result of a 10-year-old whose family claims that at the age of 4, they knew exactly that they wanted to make the transition. 4 years old.
4. And they affirmed it, and they coddled it, and they nurtured that way of thinking from that 4-year-old. And, of course, that long. So the kid is 10 now and wants to play on the girls' team. Now, I don't think it overturned the law permanently. I think it was just in this case But still, if you're a parent and you're nurturing that behavior, there's something wrong.
Let the kids develop, and then you can have a conversation. We played you the audio the other day of old Nads, Jerry Nadler, a high-ranking member of the Democratic Party, stating that the minds of youth don't really start developing until you're 18 or 21 years of age, not 4. Bill Maher said on his program that when he was young, he wanted to be a pirate. Thank God he didn't have a peg leg and his eye removed.
I just thought of a new Hammer and Nigel product from Hammer and Nigel Pharmaceuticals.
Uh-oh.
You've heard of puberty blockers from the Secretary of, the Health Secretary, Rachel Levine. Now, pube blockers for those women that don't have time to groom themselves.
Oh.
We need to do a Hammer and Nigel pube blocker.
Does it look like you've got buckwheat and a leg lock? Hammer and Nigel Pharmaceuticals here to help.
Pube blockers from Hammer.
Available for men and women. We see you Europeans walking on the beach of Florida. That needs to happen for sure. Mondo,
God.
hit me with the legal stuff.
Crime, punishment, judges, legal stuff.
This lunatic that tried to break into the house of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh and possibly kill him, we're finding out more and more information. This was a dangerous dude. So the California man charged with the attempted assassination of Brett Kavanaugh Googled, quote, most effective place to stab someone before showing up at the judge's home with a stockpile of weapons, according to a lot of the newly released details. The revelation was included in the FBI search warrant, which was obtained by Fox News, and it shows a pretty disturbing picture of this 26-year-old. I'm not going to say his name because we don't want to give this dude any attention, but this was some pretty alarming stuff. The guy said that he used his Reddit account to ask other random individuals who he didn't know questions that would help him murder Supreme Court justices. Like things like how to be stealthy, how to be an assassin, most effective places to stab someone. He also told another Reddit user that he planned to, quote, remove some people from the Supreme Court in order to stop Roe versus Wade from being overturned.
Yeah, I mean, he had, not only did he have weapons on him, but he had tools to break into the house, tools to confine Kavanaugh, quite possibly his family, and plastic, those zip ties to zip tie his hands together. And who was outside protesting his house the very next night after an assassination attempt was made? And who let it happen? The Department of Justice. Biden's Department of Justice didn't do anything to protect the Supreme Court justices, and they were outside protesting at his house the very next night.
Have we ever gotten a statement from Joe Biden about what took place outside of Brett Kavanaugh's house? Biden has made some comments about other things, but has he ever condemned the situations outside
Not that I know of, yeah.
of Brett Kavanaugh's house? And it wasn't just his house. Amy Coney Barrett, she had a lot of rowdy, radical protesters outside of her house trying to intimidate her. Ultimately, before that decision came down, didn't hear a word from it from the Democratic leaders. They loved it. They thought it was fantastic. They called it peaceful protesting, even though this lunatic, basically, it's all right there, tried to assassinate a Supreme Court justice, torture him and murder him, and possibly his family as well. We've got an update on a story we had yesterday. So yesterday, one of the folks on The View read some cheesy apology to the folks of Turning Point USA.
Oh, yeah.
Turning Point USA is this group where it's predominantly young conservatives. They had a big convention over the weekend, and Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and the other good time party girls at The View, they went on air and basically said they were allowing Nazis inside, which was completely false, and they got a cease and desist because of it. So yesterday on the show, someone that was not named Joy Behar or Whoopi Goldberg read some canned apology.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like the attorneys said that's not good enough. We want to hear it from Whoopi. So today, for the second time in a row, The View had to apologize.
Welcome back. In Monday's conversation about Turning Point USA, I put the young people at the conference in the same category as the protesters outside. And I don't like it when people make assumptions about me, and it's not any better when I make assumptions about other people, which I did. So, my bad. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Somebody got a letter from Turning Point's attorney, from Charlie Kirk's attorney, saying, hey, yeah, how about you have the person who actually said it do the apology and not some middle-of-the-road fill-in?
Right. Because that's what it was that did it yesterday. Like the chick that was the fill-in co-host. It wasn't Joy. It wasn't Whoopi. They were the ones that said the derogatory things.
You know, those things, here's the thing. There were like some sort of KKK contingent outside of the Turning Point conference. Those people are almost always plants anyway. It's like the neo-Nazis or whatever. And so they go spouting off and saying, they're letting in neo-Nazis into their convention when they were security was actively trying to actually keep them out.
Right.
They were doing the complete opposite. So 2 days in a row. That's impressive, actually. Would not have expected that.
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when Whoopi Goldberg was told before the show, we're going to need you to apologize. Not the co-host. We're going to need you because you screwed up. Oh, man, I would have loved to have seen her face. All right, we have got some state fair tickets to give away. 4 of them, as a matter of fact. We got a fun little game we're going to play, but you have to be caller number 9 right now. 239-9393. That's 239-9393. We're going to play State Fair or Matt Bear for some lucky contestant next.
Hey, Indiana, the PGA Tour is heading into the final stretch, and the best place to tee off is on FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $150 in free bets. That's guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Just sign up with promo code WIBC. Now, FanDuel is an official betting operator of the PGA Tour, so they have all your favorite bets to choose from. Tournament winners, top 25 finishes, match betting, and so much more. Plus, you can now combine your PGA Tour bets for an even bigger payday. If you haven't tried FanDuel, now is the perfect time to give it a shot. Join with promo code WIBC and turn $5 into $150 in free bets, win or lose, exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 plus in Indiana. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
How much money have you lost in the stock market? You know, there's a way you could stop the bleeding and potentially make up for some of those devastating losses. It's Terry Stacy. Learn how you could get a competitive return on your money right now and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% initial bonus on your investment. That's right. And you'll sleep well knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies in the world. To learn more, call Bill Demery, my retirement guy, at 317-349-5212. Get a competitive return on your investment that beats the bank and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% bonus on your investment. To learn more, call Bill Demery at 317-349-5212. That's 317-349-5212.
Are you a translator for your spouse? Are you the one always on the telephone because your husband or wife struggled to hear? You need to check out RelayIndiana.com and CapTel, the captioned telephone. The CapTel phone allows the hard of hearing person to enjoy conversations through voice recognition technology, with the other person's words appearing on the easy-to-read screen. Go online to RelayIndiana.com for more information about CapTel and let your spouse enjoy their own phone calls. Visit RelayIndiana.com now.
As a parent, you want the best education for your child. Choose Marian University Preparatory School for this school year. Their faith-based online private school is currently enrolling students in grades 6 through 9. Your child will benefit from their personalized college prep curriculum and supportive community. Financial aid is available through the Indiana Choice Scholarship. To learn more about the unique educational experience of Marian University Preparatory School, visit k12.com/Marian. That's k12.com/MARIAN. Want to express the heartwarming message that says love is all about being together? Let a Pierce Jewelers diamond engagement ring be that symbol that says I love you. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Right now, it's a seller's market. It's Terry Stacy for Crest Point Real Estate. Get your free home value estimate in 60 seconds at callcrestpoint.com.
Don't let summer pass you by. There's still time to add the patio of your dreams. Backyard living starts at indiedecorativeconcrete.com.
All right, Matt Baer, what's going on?
We're looking at eastbound 70. That's a crash to Post Road on the ramp. Ramp is open, and a crash northbound 69 up in Pendleton. 3 vehicles involved. And this is going to be after State Road 38. Traffic is backed up to State Road 38. Right lane is blocked. Traffic sponsored by Indie Decorative Concrete. Don't let summer pass you by. There's still time to add the patio of your dreams. Backyard living starts at indiedecorativeconcrete.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Sunshine and 88 degrees at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, let me rock it, Chaka Khan.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
Coming up a little bit after 5 o'clock, top stories of the day. It is a mess at the Indiana State House. We'll get you up to date on that. Plus, is it a recession? Is it not a recession? That is the question. I'm Jason Hammer. Big Nige is here.
Hello.
Matt Baer is here in studio on the live stream.
He just offered me his vape.
Oh, that's right.
He always offers me his vape. No, thank you.
What's the flavor?
This is going to be chocolate milkshake again. It's,
that's the one I almost vomited.
Chocolate milkshake. Chaka Khan playing.
Remember when he had me try his vape on the air?
Yes, in a rare moment, you almost threw up.
I'd never tried vaping before, and it did taste sort of like similar to what you might have in your butt.
No. Well then.
Which brings us to the game we're about to play.
I'm just saying that's what it tasted like.
Josh is standing by. Josh, thank you for waiting. Aren't you enjoying your time on hold, Josh?
Oh, always. I love you guys.
So, Josh, we got 4 tickets to the Indiana State Fair. We want you to win this contest. The name of the game is State Fair or Matt Baer. I'm going to give you a fact about something. It will either be a fact about our traffic guy, Matt Baer, or a fact about the Indiana State Fair. You get 2 out of 3 correct. We're going to send you to the fair, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, Matt Baer, help us out here. Okay. Number 1, has a pig with massive genitals. State Fair or Matt Baer?
That would have to be State Fair.
Wrong!
No, that's true. That is absolutely true.
That's true. Okay.
Both can be true.
Yeah. Yes. All right. You don't have a pig with a massive set of twins, do you?
No, I sold him at the State Fair, yeah.
Okay. 1 down. You get this one correct, Jack. We're going to send you to the fair. Serves deep fried Oreos upon request. State Fair or Matt Baer?
I'm pretty sure it's probably both, but I'm going to go with State Fair.
Yeah! There we go. Woo!
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, we make our contest easy around here. Josh, congratulations. Have fun at the fair. Stay on the line, and TK Dub will take care of you, okay?
All right. I love you guys. You guys have a good evening.
Oh, right on. Thanks, man.
All right, give me that vape.
All right, you want to try it out? Okay.
How do I do it? Do I have to press a button first?
All right,
no,
here we
no
go.
button.
Nigel's live streaming, too.
I don't even know how.
Nigel's talking to Matt Baer like that one commercial we grew up watching about drug use in the 80s. I learned it from watching you.
I actually think I just broke it. Oh,
yeah, you did.
It vibrated.
Okay.
You broke his vape?
Put that part in your mouth. The part, there's an orange part and there's a black part, and you got to.
So
put
this
the
has
part
been in
that's
Matt
not
Bear's
orange.
mouth, and you're about to put it in your mouth.
Yeah, it'll taste even better.
Do I hit this button on the side?
No, you don't have to hit any buttons.
I just suck?
Yeah, you just suck. Just inhale.
Okay.
Really? Do you hear yourselves?
No, just inhale.
Okay, here we go.
No, don't polish it.
You're going to get monkeypox.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, that's a good one.
Choke it.
That was a good rip. That was a good rip.
He's choking.
Yeah.
Get the official Nigel puke bucket ready.
There's going to be about wait for 20 minutes. And that's when the fun. That's when he really blast off.
I've got the solo cam on Nigel right now. Give us the puke.
Come on, Nige. Do you want me to tell my snot story from when I was a kid? Would that make you feel better?
Did I just take too big of an inhale?
I think you did. No, your
feel
face
like
is beet red right now.
Bill Clinton over here doesn't know if he inhaled or not.
I feel like I'm 10 years old and I'm out back sneaking Marlboro Reds for my stepmom. This is the exact same way I felt. I thought I was dying.
I'm waiting for Matt to have like a dad kind of speech. Here, smoke a whole carton if you like it.
You try it once. We're going to put you in the closet, Nigel.
I tell you what,
how do you
smells
do that?
really good in here now.
Yeah, it does.
It
does
did
smell
taste
good.
like chocolate.
It's the next level of smoking cigarettes. Instead of smoking cigarettes, you vape, and everything smells good. It's nice, and really, there's only like a couple of things that are bad for you. It's one of those things. Like 5 years, it's going to come back, and everybody's going to be like, "Yeah, vaping caused this, and this." But right now, it's one of those. It's not horrible for you, is what I'm saying.
See, this is another thing we could do at the next night with WIBC.
No.
Who wants to suck on Matt's vape? Some lucky contest winner will get to suck on Matt's vape.
Initially, I thought that was coming back up. Initially, I thought the turkey sandwich I ate earlier was going to be all over the keyboard here.
It'd be turkey sandwich and chocolate milkshake.
Did I suck too much? Initially?
On behalf of the audience, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Darren writes us, smoke up, Johnny.
Movie.
So was I maybe I should have been advised to take maybe a smaller inhale?
Well, yeah, I mean,
because I really sucked on that thing.
You're a first timer, man. It's like having your first beer, or
This is
you
the
don't
first
drink a whole
time.
bottle
You
of
almost
tequila.
threw up on the show before.
Yeah, I
after
did
you
it
hit
for.
a vape.
That was my second time sucking on Matt's vape.
Okay, all right.
Sounds like a John Mellencamp. Suck it on, Matt's vape. Outside of Tasty Free.
Suck it on. That's vape.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show. Don't go anywhere. More when we come back.
Hello, Indianapolis. Looking to save money on your wireless bill? You can when you choose Consumer Cellular. Sign up today and you'll get the exact same coverage as the leading carriers for half the cost. This gives you direct access to the widest, most established cellular networks available. Consumer Cellular offers flexible monthly plans with no contract and simple, affordable service that's perfect for your lifestyle and budget. Featuring a wide variety of top-of-the-line phones from Samsung, Motorola, and Apple, you'll find a phone that's perfect for you. Everything is backed by a 100% risk-free guarantee, plus 100% U.S.-based award-winning customer support. Switch your talk, text, and data today and save up to $250 a year. Right-size your plan and downsize your bill with Consumer Cellular. Visit consumercellular.com/Indianapolis to start seeing the savings today.
The deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory on West Minnesota Street. The best dealers in the region, hundreds of tables, $5 for adults, kids 12 and under free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade. This Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory. For more info, visit CentralIndianaGunShows.com.
Hey race fans, this is Tim Wicker from Electric Plus. When you're looking for an electrical contractor to take care of your next construction project, facility upgrade, or simple maintenance work, make sure you call Electric Plus to give you a professional and top quality project with the best team members in the industry. Just like race car drivers desire to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. Visit our website at electricplus.com to see how we can take care of your electrical needs.
We're celebrating fun at the speed of summer at your Indiana State Fair. Your favorite summertime tradition is celebrating all things Indiana, including our automotive excellence in partnership with Tom Wood Automotive Group.
Your Indiana State Fair returns tomorrow. Today is the last chance to save huge, up to 40% off with discount tickets. The best value of summer returns, and the best way to save is now at IndianaStateFair.com through midnight tonight.
Join us for 18 magical days and 4 fun-filled weekends of food, rides, animals, and more at your Indiana State Fair.
Old National Bank is asking everyone to get old. But first, people have questions.
Will it take me years to get old?
No, getting old can literally happen in minutes.
Is getting old like a complicated process?
Not at all. Just stop into one of our banking centers or visit our website. We even have an app for that.
Will I look any different after I get old?
You may look happier and more relaxed with a banking partner like us.
Definitely want to get old.
Introducing Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Old National Bank. Get old. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The amount of money our clients receive with a simple cash-out refinance is life-changing. Learn more and get pre-approved at thehomeloanexpert.com.
NMLS number 1326241.
Furniture Installers of Indiana can handle your office furniture needs, no matter how large or how small. They've been doing it for over 30 years. Bring professional furniture solutions to your home or commercial office space. Learn more at FurnitureInstallers.us.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
When you call to have your home or business's heating and air serviced, what do you expect from them? A salesman in a colorful truck? Or do you expect a highly trained expert with your best intentions in mind? The answer is obvious. Call the company that treats you like family. My name's Malia, and I look forward to answering your call.
Family Heating and Air Conditioning is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Coming up in 2 minutes, the state gas tax likely not going anywhere. Also, the full Senate is reading the abortion ban bill today. Democrats adding more amendments. We'll see if Republicans will hear them. Also, a man sentenced for making a bomb in Speedway and setting it off 3 years ago with his son on his birthday. 88 degrees and sunny downtown right now. A slight chance of rain tonight. You've got nothing on your radar as well. You're listening to 93 WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
A renewed debate about spending. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to fight inflation and lower costs.
White House spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre as the president urges Congress to pass a new spending bill, much smaller than the Build Back Better plan, but still getting hammered by Republicans.
Democrats have outlined a giant package of huge, new, job-killing tax hikes.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, the bill includes climate programs, a corporate tax hike, and an effort to cut health care costs. President Biden telling Congress it's the strongest bill they can pass to address those priorities. This as he doubles down on recession denial as the economy shrinks again, a 0.9% contraction in the second quarter.
Unemployment is low. Companies are hiring, and businesses domestically and abroad are still investing in the U.S., President Biden says.
That doesn't sound like a recession to me.
The president says Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell and banking leaders also reject the recession label.
We've created 9 million new jobs so far, just since he became president.
Republicans say the president's policies and Democrats' spending bills are driving inflation and accuse the administration of trying to redefine what a recession is. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Flooding blamed for at least 3 deaths in Kentucky.
Let me say that unfortunately, I expect double-digit deaths in this flooding. That's something that we rarely see.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, roadways are underwater and are impassable. Homes and businesses are unfit for entry. Many are displaced. Rescuers were picking up people from rooftops. Flash flooding warnings persist, and forecasters warn more rain and more flooding is on the way.
Fox's Evan Brown. It's the same system now blamed for at least 2 deaths in Missouri after record rainfall around St. Louis. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Not going anywhere. 88 degrees downtown, low of 68 tonight with nothing on your radar. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 5:02. You still won't be seeing the state gas tax go away. An attempt at getting a bill heard to do that by Democrat Ed Delaney was denied in the Indiana House Thursday.
If gas price was calculated with taxes that come down to $3.40, there will be no relief. But once it's at $3.50 or higher, there is a very substantial form of relief for all of our people.
His plan was to be attached to a bill about adoption, and Republicans said, "We've been there, done that, and no dice." Gas prices are going down in the state, though. Gas Buddy says the statewide average today is $4.27, which is down 11 cents from the start of this week. If you've been following the abortion ban bill in the state Senate, it gets a reading in the full Senate today. Democrats will be trying again to get their amendments heard.
We are offering our amendments again to provide robust support and aid for women.
State Senator Shelley Yoder at a press conference this morning. A bomb made by Wayne Turner and his son Isaac made a crater, damaged a bridge and a passing car when they chucked it off the bridge and into the median of 16th Street near the Indianapolis Motor Speedway back in 2019. Turner got a nearly 4-year federal prison sentence Wednesday. His son is serving a 3.5-year sentence. They decided to make the bomb to celebrate the elder Turner's birthday. Today is day 2 of Colts training camp. WIBC's Kevin Bowen was there.
It was an uneventful first outdoor practice of camp for the Colts on Thursday afternoon. In front of a packed Grand Park, the Colts practiced for a little over an hour with Matt Ryan again leading an efficient passing offense. It'll be an off day for the Colts on Friday before a sold-out Grand Park welcomes the Colts for a night practice. It's the only night practice of camp. The Colts will have an off day on Sunday and Monday from the practice field before Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday sessions next week, all of those starting at noon. Kevin Bowen, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 5:04.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet and security for just $60 a month when you add mobile and save $480 your first year. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New Comcast Business 250 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Must add mobile within 90 days of internet install and keep all services for 12 months to receive discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Traffic on the 5s at 5:05. Here's Matt Baer.
Stop for 3 miles up in Pendleton. Northbound 69 crash after State Road 38 right lane is blocked. Inbound 65 crash out of the interstate, still stop and go. 21st to the north split. Eastbound 70 jam fast coming into downtown from Tibbs to Meridian, Illinois. And on the south side, southbound 65 slow to Southport Road from 465 and eastbound 465 stop and go from White River over to Arlington. Traffic sponsored by Wendy's Strawberry Frosty. With a limited time Strawberry Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. They're basically made to slow down and relax. So when it's time for Frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
The forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Clouds begin to thicken up as we head into the evening hours tonight. A chance for a few scattered showers or thunderstorms heading into the overnight hours with lows near 65. Mostly sunny skies, low humidity, and pleasant on your Friday with highs near 82. Partly cloudy and nice Friday night. Lows fall to 61. And a beautiful weekend. Low humidity, lots of sunshine. Nice for your Saturday with highs near 82. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
On 93 WIBC.
So let's rock it!
Been saying it for a couple days now, ever since this special session kicked in and they're working on abortion restrictions.
Republicans have supermajority in the House and Senate here in Indiana. And it doesn't seem like anybody likes what the Senate came up with, including people in the Senate. Barely, I don't want to say barely got past committee. So now they're looking at it in the full Senate, adding a bunch of amendments. But I think there were a couple people that voted for it to get past committee that didn't even want to vote for it. They said, yeah, I just voted for it so we can get it passed. But they didn't like it as it was. And so I feel like there's some Republicans that say it doesn't go far enough. There's other moderate Republicans that say, well, hold on, let's, maybe 15, 20-week threshold. I got news for the pro-lifers in this state. I don't think we're going to see any major movements on this because it's a mess and nobody can agree on anything. And we don't even know what the House is what their version is going to look like.
When you say it's a mess, here's what we're talking about. As of earlier today, over 60 amendments put on to Senate Bill 1, the abortion bill. Over 60 amendments. Some of them would allow abortions up to 20 weeks after a rape. Some of them focus on prosecutors who refuse to prosecute unlawful abortions. It is a mess. There are over 60, and you said it. The House hasn't even got a sniff of this thing yet. It's just in the Senate.
It sounds like it's a tad too complicated to be finished by August 14th. And you are on record, I believe, as saying, we're not getting anything done in this special session in terms of an abortion bill, an updated bill.
Right. I got money down, money on the table that says nada. Nothing will be accomplished in this special session when it comes to the abortion bill. Now, turning our attention to the economy, the GDP numbers came out earlier today, and as expected, it was a big, swift kick to the junk with steel-toe work boots on.
Ouch.
The definition of a recession that we have always used in this country is that when there are 2 quarters in a row of negativity. We saw that now. 0.9 minus 0.9 was the number earlier today. This is the second straight quarter where there's been negative growth. And I know that's an oxymoron, but the Biden administration is trying to dance around whether or not this is a recession. Hell, Joe Biden himself doesn't even think we're in one.
Both Chairman Powell and many of the significant banking personnel and economists say we're not in a recession.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter for me anyway. I've been getting kickbacks for years. I'm the big guy. Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Burisma, China. A recession doesn't affect me at all.
Kyle, can I hear your awesome Joe Biden impression of him saying we're not in a recession?
Hey, said Joe, we're not in a recession. It's not a joke. Anyway.
Thank you. Here is White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre.
What we're seeing is that we are in a transition. We had this strong economic growth because of the work that this president has done in the past 18 months. And now what we're seeing is a transition into stable and steady growth.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Steady growth. Did you hear that, everybody? I know the wages are down, and the average American family is making about $400 less per month than they were a year ago.
About $500.
This is growth. Growth.
Let me ask you about weekly mortgage demands, Hammer. You think those are growing or dropping? They've dropped for 4 straight weeks in terms of demands in mortgage. How about refi apps? What do you think? They growing or are they contracting? Listen to this number. Refinancing applications down 83% from a year ago. Doesn't sound like much growth in that industry anyway.
No, not at all. I don't see a lot of growth going anywhere. And it's laughable that these people, this administration, feel like that you can't do any of your own research and find out what's going on. This administration thinks you're such a lackey, or you will believe anything that you hear. Oh, the economy's great. It's not a recession, despite the fact that the definition has been held up the previous 10 times we've had one. Oh, it's fine. It's not a recession.
It's a transition. Yeah, the transition of money going out of my savings and into the inflated energy and food price hurricane that is inflation in this country. What did you say? Yeah, I have it right here. Wow. I mean, it's a monster number. Almost $500 a month. Biden inflation costing families $493 a month over a year.
And the information's out there. Anybody can find this. You can look it up yourself. This isn't some sort of hot take. These are the reports. These are the numbers. But if you ask Joe Biden, he'll tell you, I think everything's fine.
And he's out there talking today about, Manchin and Schumer came to an agreement. We're going to be spending more money. It's going to be Build Back Better, climate proposals, and we're going to, start taxing and spending more.
And then we're going to give Ukraine even more money so they can fight against the arms that Russia has, even though we're about to give Russia their arms dealer in a trade. Like, try to explain that to somebody like 10 years from now. Like, if you've got young kids and, maybe they're in first grade, kindergarten, try to explain to them when they get into high school what 2022 was about.
Right.
We gave a lot of tax money to Ukraine, and we gave a lot of weapons to Ukraine. But we also gave Russia their big arms dealer in a trade.
Oh, we also gave a bunch of billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of military-grade weapons to the Taliban in Afghanistan. Remember that?
It was a crazy time back then.
I mean, Santa Claus was out and about over the past couple of years.
It was a crazy time. Nobody knew what recession meant. Nobody knew what a woman was. It was a different time back then. Mondo, hit me with a little booze news.
You set him up and I'll knock him back, Lloyd. One by one.
We are gonna read booze news because it's really fun.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
Hammer and Nigel present
Booze news, booze news. Oh, man.
Time for
booze news. Florida man arrested Sunday for drunk driving.
Not a surprise.
A Walmart scooter down the aisles inside the store.
A little bit of a surprise.
Running into shelves, almost striking other customers on that little scooter that they have that beeps when you back up.
How drunk do you have to be to crash a scooter at Walmart?
This article said he was tanked, man. Police showed up. He couldn't stand on his own and needed to be hauled out on a stretcher.
He had to be hauled out on a stretcher.
Maybe that's why he got the scooter, is because he couldn't stand.
Or maybe he was so sloppy drunk that he couldn't stand because that's the reason.
I mean, that's good for 4 misdemeanors: DUI, disorderly intoxication, possession of an open container of alcohol. He had a roadie with him there in the aisles of Walmart.
There's an old Jeff Foxworthy joke. If you're too drunk to fish, you might be a redneck. Well, if you're too drunk to drive a scooter in a Walmart in Florida, you may have a problem. Matt Baer is standing by in the WIBC Traffic Center.
Northbound 69 Pendleton stop for 4 miles starting after State Road 38 because of a crash blocking a couple of right lanes, and the traffic is stopped. Also looking at inbound 65 jams up at 21st, and then on the south side, bad delay here on eastbound 465 from Kentucky over to Emerson. Southbound 65 to Southport slows before 465 down the Southport Road. Traffic sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries, natural cut, skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness, perfectly sprinkled with sea salt, just the way they should be. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
In regards to that statement from the White House press secretary that we're seeing growth in the economy right now, here's a tweet at Hammer and Nigel. There is growth, but it's in the federal deficit. 100% right there. Good point. Right now, it's 89 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Coming up at 5:30, Rob Kendall's going to go off the rails, but we're going to play a round of Are You Okay With This next.
Sparkling diamonds, dazzling bracelets, earrings, and rings. Breathtaking rubies, emeralds, and sapphires. Welcome to Barrington Jewels. From timeless designs to impeccable craftsmanship, the enduring beauty of Barrington Jewels shines through every creation. At Barrington Jewels, find respect and honest pricing, superior service and accommodations. For birthdays, anniversaries, and just because. Find your treasure at Barrington Jewels, East 82nd in Indianapolis, and BarringtonJewels.com.
At Tire Discounters, we do everything, but not everything.
Thanks for calling Tire Discounters.
Yeah, so do you guys do brakes?
Absolutely.
Shocks and struts?
Yes.
Balloon animals for my kid's party?
Ooh,
All right, oil changes.
bingo.
Astrophysics?
Can you hold, sir? Hey, Brainiac! Yeah. Do you know astrophysics? Yep. Okay, sir, that's a yes.
How about coolant fluid exchanges?
Of course.
I'm still bummed about those balloon animals, though.
Plus, brakes, shocks and struts, alignment, and more.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-857-5656. That's 800-857-5656.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
When the weather turns severe, turn to the WIBC Storm Desk, presented by Technology Recyclers, certified electronics recycling. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Listen right here this weekend to Everyday Wealth with Soledad O'Brien and Gene Chatsky, presented by Edelman Financial Engines. For airtimes, visit everydaywealth.com.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay? Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, man.